Hello, my name is Brittany Wright, and I'm the Global Health MA Advisor, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about navigating careers in global health. So thank you for joining me, and I hope we can show you some valuable resources today. So I think we're all familiar with what kind of career paths are available in global health and how diverse they can be. So anything from a physician, physician's assistant, epidemiologist, a pharmacist, a community health organizer, those interested in research and policy and program management, just to name a few. So I think we want to focus in now on how do you get to your desired career path. So one thing to start thinking about is what are you passionate about and where's your skill set lie? So our career services offers many resources where you can go and take a Myers-Briggs personality test and other assessments that will help you evaluate what your strengths are and how those can line up for your job search. Something else to think about is what education is needed for a global health career. So we know that all of you are about to graduate with a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Science, and many of you are eager to get started directly into the job search, and some of you will continue on for advanced education, especially those of you who are pre-health or pre-med. So when we're looking online doing some research and looking at the type of job prospects out there, we're seeing a range of jobs that want, a bachelor's in experience, or some of them want a master's degree in experience. So we'll look into some ways where we can dive deeper into that. So while a graduate education is not necessary for all roles, a master's degree can position you to succeed in the industry by providing the expertise you need to work with people from different backgrounds, understand important global concepts, and gain cross-cultural knowledge. So you're going to be gaining advanced specialized skills in a specific field. And those are going to show your future employer that you have a valuable skill set. So if you're interested in working with an organization such as Partners in Health, the World Health Organization, CDC, they will often require an advanced degree. So in addition, a formal degree is going to help you stand out amongst other global professionals. And this is going to be valuable in any job that you apply for. I want to take a look at some of the other job postings that are out there in the field of global health, just to kind of open your mind to different careers you could be looking into. So we're going to focus on the non-medical field jobs, meaning non-pre-med field, doctors, whatnot, that would require advanced education. So one sample that I found was a program manager in global health. So the median pay, nearly $100,000 per year, and they're seeing a job growth at 18%. So some of those responsibilities may be you guide an organization's short and long-term strategy, and you play a critical role in developing national standards and guidelines for global health programs related to NGOs, nonprofits, and government organizations. You may assess guidelines for training programs to improve the quality and scope of healthcare services around the world, and provide strategic direction to projects and teams in order to ensure the quality of key health deliverables. So there's a link here, and I'm going to be providing all of you with the link where you can look into additional key responsibilities and kind of dive deeper into some of these sample jobs that we're looking into. Another one is a global health educator. So the median pay close to $64,000 per year, and also 18% job growth. So this would be someone who educates individuals, families, and communities about different habits that promote and maintain well-being. And they create strategies to improve the health of individuals and identify a community's needs in order to best implement specific programs. So this would also involve the collection of data and analysis. And this may be through a nonprofit, a business, a government, hospital, or healthcare facilities. So I want to point you to some other resources that you can navigate to get an idea of what type of jobs are available and what additional education you may need or what skill set you may need. So we'll take a look at some of these links here. I want to point out Career Services wanted to emphasize that virtual networking is very important for students and alumni that are seeking jobs, but also to make meaningful connections. And this is a very valuable strategy at this time when a lot of things are done virtually. So we have the Tritons Connect, which is for UCSD students, alumni, faculty, and staff. And then we have a UCSD alumni LinkedIn group where there's opportunities for networking, mentoring, jobs, and internships. So I encourage you to utilize some of these resources, especially as alumni. We also have the HealthBeat Career Guide. So the Career Guide is more for those who are pursuing the pre-health and pre-med type of employment and post-education. So this is going to give you an idea and about the qualifications that you need. It's going to help you dive in more to see if this is really the right path for you and kind of evaluating what your goals are long term. Even asking questions, what kind of lifestyle do you envision for yourself? So, with careers such as being a doctor, for instance, that entails a lifestyle that may not be suitable for some individuals. Long hours, you'll be in school for many years. So these are things to consider. So I encourage you to browse through those. And then also kind of giving you an overview of what different health professions really do work on. So allopathic medicine, diagnose and treatment of disease, treat symptoms. And there's many specialties. Osteopathic medicine, you diagnose and treatment of disease with a focus on prevention, which is very in tune with global health. So we focus a lot on treatment, prevention, treating the whole person. And with treating the whole person, that's also taking the culture and background and beliefs into consideration. And that's something that our global health students are well equipped to do. There's podiatry, so working on foot and foot disorders in the knee. So there's some valuable information here. And if you scroll down through this guide, there's a comparison matrix of what's the percentage of applicants accepted, what's the average GPA, the exams that are required, application fees, and your national average salary, which may be important to some of you. This includes also for nurse practitioners, dentists, pharmacists, optometry. So this is a link that will be provided to you so that you can do some additional research on your own there. The main resource I want to point you all to is the Careers in Global Health page. So this page has a wealth of knowledge for you. Your advisors and faculty have put together resources that are going to help guide you into fellowships, internships, career opportunities, and the like. So we have some UC GHI Global Health Career video here that you may want to take a look at. We have a link to a lot of the HealthBeat career services and exploring health professions, pre-med advising, and pre-med preparation. There's also information on career services advising. And that's where I mentioned that you could go and you could look for self-assessment tools to evaluate your strengths. And that's valuable also when you're working on your resumes to include some of those soft skills that you are that you utilize. So you can also learn more about the interview and negotiation project or prospect, networking, and applying to professional and graduate school. So now we're going to dive a little more into global health specific opportunities. So this is something we've spent a lot of time putting together. So it's a list of fellowship and postgrad opportunities in the field of global health. So some of you may be in the position where you can take on a fellowship, and most of them are paid fellowships and they provide a stipend in addition to very valuable work experience that can give you an advantage in the job force. So there's anything from the Office of Minority Health and Health Disparities, Global Health Healing Internship, HIV internship. So you can see some of them. The application to apply has not passed yet. So I encourage you to look through this list and see if this might be a valuable way for you to gain additional work experience while being in a very supportive learning environment. So there's also some gap year opportunities included on here. Some that I want to highlight. We know a lot of you know about the Peace Corps, but we also have a Global Health Corps, Public Health Associate Program that's working with the Centers for Disease Control. We have a lot of students going and Teach for America, and they'll go teach internationally, and that's a good cultural immersion experience. We have Medical Missionaries Global Health Fellowship. So this is something where it's going to be unique to each student, where they'd have to go see, some of the positions would require you to relocate. And there's going to be some adaptations due to the virtual environment as well. Another resource on here, so there's additional information on summer and gap year opportunities, linked to the CDC internships and fellowships for undergraduates. There's a scholarship database at UCSD. And then we have some of the professional organizations that are relevant in the field of global health. So the Global Health Council, the American Public Health Association, Pan American Health Organization, WHO, World Bank, UNICEF. So what I would recommend is going through these organizations, and if there's any that you'd be interested in working with, we encourage you to go onto their employment pages and get on their newsletters so that you can find out about the most recent job opportunities available and be the first to know. Now we're going to take a look at global health specific career resources. So the Career Services has a plan for your future page where you can roadmap your career plans. And that leads us to some of these more specialized resources. For instance, finding a job in global health, advice from 5 experts, top ways to get your foot in the door in global health. And you could also look at some of these resources on tips on how to get a job in the field, leading global health employers, public health career guide. And then specifically for when you're looking for a job, some of these search engines like Indeed, Idealist, Monster, ZipRecruiter, really valuable. Some of our students are using LinkedIn and social networking to get their jobs. So that you can also go on sites like USA Jobs and type in some keywords, global health, San Diego. I do encourage you to be a little bit more specific than typing in global health, for instance. So maybe if there's a certain population you'd want to work in, you know, you could do health management. So here you could see that there's positions in the Navy, Veteran Affairs. So this is just one, this is government jobs. And then I encourage you to get on a mailing list for a lot of global health employers. So some helpful ones that we have identified are the County of San Diego job openings. UCSD also has a job board. There's Careers with IRC, the International Rescue Committee. They work specifically with refugee populations. So you can see here, get some information and also ways to volunteer. If there's an organization that you're interested in getting employed with, it could be a good idea to volunteer or look for an internship opportunity just to get your foot in the door. And then let's go back to our list here. So United Nations job postings, World Health Organization, Project Concern International. So you'll want to get yourself familiar with a lot of global health employers and be checking their pages frequently. So the CDC also has pretty extensive pages on employment opportunities, including internships and fellowships. And we also encourage you to update your LinkedIn profile and start making connections on there, start finding your global health classmates, professors, whatnot, because these people are down the road potentially going to be working in similar career fields and have opportunities they can share with you. Follow companies you're interested in working with on social media. That's a place where people will first post job postings. And then, as we said, look for internships that can sometimes turn into a permanent job. The Career Services has also shared some resources of where to look for jobs. So for example, PHI, Public Health, Partners in Health, Indeed, publichealthjobs.org. Another one that I was looking through is Healthcare Academy Health, and you can look for healthcare jobs here as well. So we'll be sharing some of these links, and that'll be up to you to go in and start searching and refining the criteria for the jobs that you're looking for. So as you can see on this site, this health economist. So I think this is important for your research as well. So you can go in and see what positions, what type of qualifications they would like to see from you. So this is a chance for your field experience can come in to shine and show that you already have some experience in the field, which will be valuable. So let's see. So if we go to Idealist, so we look for jobs. They also have internships, for example. So say you're looking in San Diego, this would be a good spot to start even looking for your internship opportunities and get a little bit more specific. Oh, community outreach fellow, paid college internship with Hope National Medical Center. So there's actually some remote opportunities available on here as well. So the next step for you is going to be preparing for the job market. So I know that a lot of you have been focusing on your resume and cover letters, which are extremely valuable. Healthbeat has also shared that they've heard a lot of employers are asking interview questions related to COVID-19, such as what challenges you've encountered in your classes and being online and how your activities have been impacted. So this is an opportunity to show that you're resilient, flexible, your ability to adapt to change, and more by these answers. So be prepared for any job interviews. You should also include your soft skills on a resume as well as your hard skills. So a lot of skills that you gain in your global health course, learning cultural competency, for example, you want to include these on your resume to kind of stand out from everyone else. And new grads should also consider volunteering too, to get experience in different areas that could be related. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some global health related soft skills that I mentioned should be included on your resume. Some of those could be communication, collaboration and partnering, ethics and professionalism, capacity strengthening, sociocultural and political awareness. So these are based upon global health competencies that global health employers would like to see. Then we can go back to our careers page. For those of you looking to pursue advanced education, there's some grad program directories under the Graduate Education and Global Health Resources. So you could see the CUGH, the Consortium of Universities for Global Health list of educational programs in global health. There's PA programs, nursing programs. We have programs within health administration. And we also have some sample schools with global and public health emphasis on here. So in the UC system, we have our own in-house UC San Diego MA in global health, which we have several of our current global health students attending. UCSF also has a global health sciences program. It's a 2-year program. And we also have an MPH program at UCSD. That's also a 2-year program. So these are some good programs to look through. There's also a list of programs outside of the UCs. And below that, we have our Service Corps and NGOs that are top rated in the field of global health. So we have the list here from Doctors Without Borders, Danish Refugee Council, Save the Children, World Vision. So you want to get yourself oriented with some of those organizations. And as I had mentioned before, the Service Corps opportunities are attractive to some of our students. So you can see a little bit more in detail here. So with Peace Corps, it's 2 years. International locations includes pay, benefits, stipends for living. And that's something you'll see here. You should apply 9 to 12 months in advance. There's AmeriCorps, Global Health Corps, as I mentioned, Teach for America, Green Corps, and the CDC's Public Health Associate Program, in addition to the CDC Infectious Disease Laboratory Fellowship. And then if you still need some ideas of where to look, you can take a look at where some of our past global health alumni have ended up. And you'll see that, as I've said, that global health being so diverse, you will see that in the outcome of where our students go. So we have students completing the MA in global health, going on to get an MPH, or getting graduate degrees in anthropology or global health, health policy. We also have students going into nursing programs, medical school, pharmacy school, and PA programs at USC, Western University of Health Sciences, and Rosalind Franklin University. And then down here, you can see where some of our current alumni are placed for employment. So we have anything from being an assistant director at a healthcare facility, students working in research labs and with Kaiser Permanente, students working in research assistant or research data analyst positions. And obviously we have some students who are working directly in healthcare now that they've completed their advanced degrees. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today to look over some of our global health career resources, and we're happy to answer any of the questions you may have, and I look forward to speaking with all of you.